teammate rivalry is alive and well. Oscar Piastri is fresh off a Spa stunner, and now he and Lando head to Budapest for the Hungarian Grand Prix with bragging rights and momentum on the line. This championship battle is just getting started. Hello and welcome to Kayo Sports preview of the 2025 Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix, the last race before the summer break. Now we head to Budapest, where it all started for Oscar 12 months ago. Add in a frustrated Verstappen, a desperate Lewis Hamilton, and the chance of rain for the third race in a row. This weekend at the Hungarian Grand Prix could be pivotal. The McLarens, dominant already, are clear favourites once again heading into this weekend. The Hungaroring is all about car control and downforce, and that plays perfectly into McLaren's hands. This track, often called Monaco without the walls, is tight, twisty, and rewards cars that can go well through slow to medium speed corners. Its short straights mean that outright horsepower and low downforce just won't cut it in the race, making aerodynamic efficiency and mechanical grip the keys to success. That's why McLaren, who won here last year with Piastri, looks so strong on paper. But the challenge is twofold. Qualifying is everything, as overtaking is notoriously tough here. So Saturday could make or break Sunday's race. And time management is brutal. The middle sector in particular chews up rubber like that. So drivers will have to balance pace with preservation, which is one of Oscar's strong suits. We are back to a standard Grand Prix weekend, no more sprint race, so all eyes will be on Saturday's qualifying, which, as we say, is more important here than most other tracks. Start from first, control the pace, and win the race. As for the weather, well, Friday and Saturday look quite warm, around 27 degrees Celsius. However, rain is forecast for Sunday's race yet again. And after the controversial 80-minute delay in Spa last weekend, all eyes will be on race control to see how they manage the situation coming into this race. Because, well, there was a lot of drama last weekend. To recap, Oscar kept his cool through the 80-minute delay and tricky conditions to claim his 6th win of the season. Norris, starting from pole, couldn't convert, where a few costly errors led him second best, with McLaren boss Andrea Stella saying that the title fight will come down to precision, accuracy, and execution. Max Verstappen was openly frustrated about the call, finishing 4th, criticizing the FIA's cautious approach to wet racing, saying that it is now dead, while Charles Leclerc grabbed his 5th podium of the season. And while Lewis Hamilton could only manage 7th in the race, it was a pretty good turnaround after qualifying 16th, but he will return to Budapest with optimism. The Hungaroring is his most successful track ever, with 8 race wins. With Oscar getting what he'll feel like is a bit of redemption for both Austria and Silverstone, this weekend will likely boil to the surface once more as Lando tries to fight back, especially considering the aura that lingers around this place for the McLaren camp based on what happened last year. Last year, this was the site of Oscar Piastri's maiden Formula 1 victory, but it didn't come without drama. McLaren made a bit of a mistake here, playing strategy unfairly, as Oscar Piastri was leading, but they played the advantage into Lando's hands, who ended up in 1st, and then they kind of fumbled around for a little bit before actually saying, okay, we are going to switch these places back, but look, go watch the highlights. It was all over the place. It was a tense moment that definitely lit the fuse between the two competitors. Norris did comply, but you could feel the sting of the moment, and it also left a burden on Oscar's first win. And that weekend from last year really does set the tone for where we are today, building pressure within the McLaren camp, for all the right reasons, of course. Fast forward to now, Oscar and Lando are locked into a 16-point battle for the championship, with McLaren's MCL 39 giving them a car capable of winning anywhere. And this time around, with no team orders likely in place, don't be surprised if the gloves come off. So what does this all mean for the championship? Well, Piastri does lead the standings, Norris has been closing, while Verstappen's challenge is fading. McLaren are clearly the form team with 6 1-2 finishes this season. With the Hungaroring's emphasis on high downforce and slow speed corners, this circuit will play right into their hands. So what should you look out for this weekend? Here are the key storylines. First up, of course, we've got the McLaren battle, which we've just spoken about. The championship is really boiling up now, and this is just going to continue on and on and on, and it's going to be a battle of momentum and internal controversy and whatever it might be, with both sides of the garage actually competing against each other to get that one up. So this is going to be super exciting for obviously this weekend and the second half of the season after the break. Then there's Max Verstappen, who's gone 6 races without a win, a super long time for the Dutchman. Can Red Bull finally get the balance right and give him a car capable of fighting at the front? Look, I'll be completely honest, on first opinion, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a huge struggle. Red Bull have found a little bit of performance in the last few race weekends, but it has come down to the result of a minimized rear wing and increased high-speed performance, dropping downforce, which is really not going to help them this weekend naturally at the circuit, and take into account the potential for rain on Sunday. I think this is going to be a bit of a struggle. And of course, Lewis Hamilton, 8 wins in Budapest. Can he dig deep and deliver one more big result before the summer break? I mean, the Ferrari might have something to prove over one lap. Don't count them out. And also, Charles Leclerc has been electric in qualifying. And on a track where starting position is everything, that could put him and Lewis right in the fight. And if the weather turns, it could be a wild one. 3rd in a row. This is the last race before the summer break. Expect tension, strategy, and a whole lot of drama as the championship battle heads into its second half. Let us know your predictions for the weekend in the comments down below. The Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend, live on Kayo Sports.